Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Episode 90! So, tonight we're reviewing...
A doozy.
Mother's Day.
You said that very weird.
It was very
Carol Chan.
I was just gonna say Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Raspberries.
Now it's weird. So we reviewed the new Gary Marshall holiday film.
Yeah, he really loves that formula. Mother's Day is the story of 1,000 different people.
Everyone
all leading up to Mother's Day.
But didn't you think, spoilers for this movie, didn't you think it was all going to culminate to like everyone getting to the parade? And it was like, oh hey, so-and-so's here, and so-and-so's here, and you know so-and-so? And like, what? We go to the same yoga class. And like, it didn't happen that way.
Yes and no.
Okay.
I mean, I was kind of waiting for that like Love Actually kind of thing where it's like, and then we realized we were all friends. But like...
Except Laura Linney.
Oh, poor Laura Linney. Anyway.
So I haven't seen New Year's Eve or Valentine's Day.
I did see Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I saw New Year's Eve or not.
Always
I might have just seen the trailer. I'm not sure. So I went into this movie just expecting it to be utter garbage. Just the worst. And I was surprised it wasn't. Was it a good movie? Not really. But it wasn't garbage.
I too was shocked that I wasn't like exceedingly bored or mad.
No.
Like I thought I would just be bored and mad.
The crazy thing that I realized about 2/3 of the way through the movie was that I laughed more in this movie than I did in The Boss.
100% true. 100% true.
So, like...
Yikes.
A win for Gary Marshall.
Yeah.
I also laughed, like, 1,000 times % more in this movie than I did in My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2.
Oh, sure.
Mordecai was a real deep cut.
Deep pull. But also, I laughed more in this film than I did in Mordecai. Yeah. I gotta say, I laughed out loud fairly hard. Not at the movie. There was a few times I laughed.
With the movie.
There was a few times I laughed at the movie.
Yes.
There was some questionable ADR.
Oh my god.
So they're all about the Jason Sudeikis. We're not even going to bother to explain who knows who. Jason Sudeikis' kids are in a soccer team. And they're coming out at the end, and this the worst ADR is just like, I think those balls were deflated. Tom Brady's hot. Just like out of nowhere.
Okay, so the writing to me, it was weird, and it finally made sense at the end.
Okay, maybe you can make it make sense to me.
Well, so I kept being like, oh, this part was really funny. Oh, this part's a mess.
Yeah.
Oh, this part's funny. And it felt like it was written by different people. Turns out it was.
4 story buys.
Yeah.
3 screenwriters.
Yikes. It was just different movies, and I liked 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, I liked a 4th of this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Namely, the 4th with Jennifer Aniston, because I love her. She was not phoning it in.
No. And there were some lines that were delivered, like, really well. Yeah. And some stuff I thought was actually maybe improv.
Jennifer Aniston was my favorite part of this movie.
Mine too. And shockingly, I was going to say that Julia Roberts was my second favorite, and I don't usually like her that much.
And she was working through a rough wig.
That wig was a disaster.
I mean...
Anyway.
So I think this has already been stated, but the wig...
Oh my god. ...
is identical to the wig she wears in Notting Hill, which I said when I first saw the trailer. And then I looked it up, and in the IMDb trivia, I know, like, real, I don't know, it literally says it's the same wig. That can't be true.
It might be.
I mean, maybe the same brand. Why make that choice?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand.
It was really... Okay, well, actually, okay. So what's funny is, she was my second favorite part, I think, of the movie, but it was my least favorite writing of the movie.
She was just owning it. Well, she again, was in a very different film.
She was in a
satire.
Yeah, she knew the movie that she wanted to be in.
She was in a satire of the Home Shopping Network.
Yeah.
Hello, Atlanta. Happy Mother's Day.
Which is a part of this movie.
Right. But, like, the writing of, like, the scenario didn't make any sense. It was a hot mess.
You mean her plot?
Yeah. Why everyone in this world watches Home Shopping Network on every TV at all times.
In a bar.
I mean, what's his face was fine.
Who now?
The single dad.
Jason Sudeikis?
Yeah, Jason Sudeikis was fine. Certain storylines had, like, you know, it was like Vamps, where it's like, I'm an old person writing about iPhones oh my god.
Started really rough. Okay.
Oh my god.
So, literally, the movie starts.
Yep.
And the song starts playing with the lyrics, you might have a mom, she might be the bomb.
But not as good as my mom or whatever.
Other things happened after that.
It felt like...
The second I heard that, I was like, oh no.
It felt like something that would have been, like, produced by, like, the people that did the Friday, getting, you know, like, that song, like, Rebecca Black. Like, the people that did that, it felt like made this song.
Oh, it definitely seemed like a fake song.
It sounded like it was also like a Meghan Trainor song. It was very confusing.
Certainly written for the film, right? I mean, there's no way it wasn't.
Oh no, it was definitely written for the film. Where did they get the budget for this movie, and how do they think it's making it back?
And did the other ones?
I guess.
So, I would say, aside from just some of the scenes being boring-ish, my biggest problem with this movie is that every single extra gets a line in the movie. For no reason.
Yeah.
It was so clearly like a family affair.
I know that Gary likes to have
cupcakes.
families on the set.
Oh, yeah. His own, like...
Family affair.
Without a doubt.
Seemingly within the film, utter strangers
Yeah.
will walk up to the leads in the film and say lines to them. Then they're never seen again or mentioned, and it has nothing to do with anything. And you're like, well, okay.
Yeah.
And it so clearly seemed like, bring all the grandkids by. Tell your friends. Bring them over. Well, just cast anybody.
It's all about family for Gary.
Which, turns out I was correct. I looked it up. All 3 of Julia Roberts' children appear in this film.
Are those the kids running around?
They must be, right?
Yeah.
That made no sense. It was literally like, oh no, my kids ran into frame. Let's just keep them in.
Yeah.
And then, like, give them another scene.
Yeah.
You know, he likes to let the kids yell out, you know, action or rolling.
Yeah. These kids are annoying,
Hey,
but they have to be here, so...
My kid knows how to do a cartwheel. Put it in this movie. And that seemed like madness to me. But didn't it seem like literally anyone who could have a line in the background did?
Yeah,
It was so bizarre.
That's fair. It was really
I found
bizarre.
that very bizarre. I know who my third favorite part of this movie was. John Lovitz.
Oh, yes. Yes.
John Lovitz is essentially playing his character from Wedding Singer. Like, he's just...
Yes!
He's, like, in the curtains of this theater.
Oh, right. So it starts off, and it's this awful VO, which turns out the narration was done by Penny Marshall.
It's a family affair.
Of course. And...
Oh, yeah, it was just
it's like...
Being a mom is hard. You don't know what to do. You finally get them to bed and they wake you up again. How are you going to do this when you're packing lunches, making costumes? You're running on no sleep.
Spot on.
These kids and this Twitter. And my face.
Oh, yeah. They go on whatever iPhone or iPad.
You got them on an eye screen or whatever eye they're looking at.
Why was that scene there?
Because it was, like, hilarious.
No, it wasn't. It was so
and, like,
stupid.
Penny needed, to be part of it, because it was a family affair.
The set is like your friends, your relatives, they can all just come and visit, and it's great. It's a family.
And the VO never shows up again.
Ever.
Not even at the end to be like, anyway, happy Mother's Day. No, none of it. Nada.
No. You know what? Okay, no, wait, I take it back. So your third favorite part of the movie was John Lovitz.
Yeah.
My third favorite part of the movie was the after credit, like,
oh my god, I literally
clips.
wrote down the funniest part of this movie is the end credit sequence with all the bloopers.
Seriously.
So I was like, well, all these people seem really fun and funny.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in this film.
Right.
On their
Like-
own. It certainly seemed like they had fun making it.
Yeah.
Which was absolutely true because their whole family was there and they all got to be in the movie.
It's a real family vibe.
I would say the first 10 minutes of this movie are awful and are exactly what I thought this movie was.
Yeah.
It gradually grew on me and got better.
Exactly.
But the first 10 minutes is really rough.
I would say the first 40 minutes are really rough.
I was trying to be nice. Also, the first 40, well, really the whole film, I just kept thinking, white people problems.
Oh, totally.
It was like, this movie should have just been called White Privilege Problems. Right?
White Privilege Day?
White Privilege Day. Yes! Wait, but yeah, seriously, that's what this movie should be.
But like, really? Like, the emotional climax for Jennifer Aniston's storyline is that
she has to learn how to share.
She has to learn how to share her kids, and that her son has an asthma attack and is totally fine.
No one has any real problems in this film.
No. I just love that she was like, oh, I have a shitty car and I can't do this and I can't do that. And then Julia Roberts is like, oh, here, I'll give you this job and then you can have tons of money.
And she buys a fucking Escalade.
She buys an Escalade and throws a big party and you're like, okay.
She's just like, oh, I was going to throw a small party, but then I couldn't say no. But I have plenty of money, so it's fine.
Also, her husband, ex-husband, lives in this huge
like
house.
A Frank Fury house.
And, right?
It's like gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. And he's like,
it's unclear what anyone's job was.
Well, sure.
Also, what did her husband do?
No clue.
What did Kate Hudson do?
Well, okay, so, I mean, right, so, bringing it back, this movie could be called White Privilege Day.
I wish it was.
And I feel like the part of that really speaks to, for me, the fact that the writing seemed so much like it was written by, like, 60-plus white affluent crowd.
What's affluent?
Well, it's like affluent, but with a drunk slur.
See, this is what happens when you let white boys rap. I hope you have Obamacare.
We haven't even talked about another famous person that's in this film.
Oh my gosh.
For 10 seconds. You want to take a guess? She really likes karaoke.
What's her name?
Maybe she's not as famous as I
No,
thought.
she is. I always want to say Jennifer Aniston, but we already talked about her.
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner. Ugh, she is just a... You know what I loved about the way that they used her in this movie?
That she's barely in it?
And she didn't have to act. She sings a karaoke song and goes, I love you, and then that's it. I'm like, bye, Jennifer Garner. Who was Jennifer Garner's ex-husband? Jennifer Aniston's ex-husband.
Timothy Olyphant.
He is like a slightly less creepy Billy Bob Thornton. For me.
Strong opinion.
You don't... he makes me like...
This is the thing. When he's playing a, like, cowboy... Because he's in Justified, that TV show.
Cool.
It's great. When he's in, like, an action or period piece or, like, cowboy manly man situation...
Got you.
It works.
Okay.
When he's in these, like, rom-coms... Like, remember he was in This Is Where I Leave You? With the head wound? That's him. When he's trying to play it straight, because he's so pretty, he comes off like a smarmy asshole.
I don't think he's pretty.
He's handsome. He's a handsome man.
No, he has that creepy look like Billy Bob Thornton.
Don't say that. Now I'm not going to be able to disassociate it.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Actually, there is a theory going around online. Like, when he has a hat on, he's hot. When he has a hat off, not hot.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Just exclusively be in, like, Westerns.
Well, and, like, the other thing, okay, like, another reason that this should be called the White Privilege Day is just that, like, the jokes that they were making were, like...
Well, it was, like...
Look at us! We're, like, so, you know, up and hip, and we're with it. Like, we're so tolerant and accepting and
we wrote
like,
two
progressive.
lesbians into our movie. Look how progressive we are. Shocker, the two lesbians make a giant vagina parade float. What?
Who's got the registration for the vagina?
We're gonna make this offensive joke, but then call it offensive.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but it's still offensive.
Are you the houseboy?
I really went back and forth between like hating this movie and then being like, it's pretty fun, and then being like, ugh.
Yeah,
and then being like, oh, that was funny.
I agree.
Ugh.
The thing was, the thing that prevented it from just totally tanking for me was that the spirit in which it was created and delivered was so earnest and so
I hate it.
Excited. They were just having fun, and it was just like a.
But it didn't seem like a paycheck.
No,
like it didn't seem like exclusively a paycheck. It seemed
everyone was there because they wanted to be, and it was like a good time.
And like it'll be great.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like there was some outdated like old people racism.
There were a lot of problems with it.
There was a lot of problems.
But there were also a lot of funny parts.
So, you know how again, it's a family fair. You know how everybody was just like constantly wearing workout outfits and talking about Pilates and yoga and stuff?
Yeah.
All of the workout outfits in the movie are Kate Hudson's Fabletics line.
Oh, God.
They were like a different star of the movie. Like the fifth family. Like every time you see her, she's like, I'm gonna go run. I have to do Pilates. Oh, my yoga class.
Again. Why don't we have any mothers of color?
Oh, well, the Indian mother.
Oh, I guess.
Who's in the movie for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And is a horrible stereotype.
Right.
It really shows that moms come in all shapes and sizes.
Are you a white mom in Brentwood? You might relate to this movie. That was kind of what it was.
Yeah.
Is your biggest problem which Pilates class are you going to take today? And if you drank some kale juice, you might like this movie. Like, it definitely felt like that. This movie is watchable on a Sunday with your mom.
Yeah.
Like, it's watchable.
That's a true thing.
Yeah, yeah.
With a couple bottles of wine.
So my mom says, go to brunch first.
That sounds so lovely. Oh, now I wish my mom were here.
There's certainly plenty of people that would absolutely hate this film.
Probably.
But if you go into it just like with fairly low expectations, it's like silly and fun and shiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, that happened.
Next. Well, yeah, what's the next holiday going to be? Arbor Day?
St. Patrick's Day, the movie, I think.
Easter Day.
No.
Too controversial. Flag Day.
What's another, like, big
President's Day.
Memorial Day. Labor Day.
Memorial Day.
Labor Day's already a movie.
Anyway, Happy Mother's Day!
Yeah! Yeah, check out the Mother's Day montage.
We still have shirts and totes and cups.
Buy your mom a MovieBitches tote.
MovieBitches tote. She'd love it. She'd have no idea what's going on. Get some True Beverly Hills, The Big Business, double feature. Maybe throw like Baby Boom in there. Like, yes, just power suits